Hey everyone, this is a MLOps guy. If you're passionate about machine learning, MLOps, DevOps, and DataOps, and everything in between them, you are in the right place. Whether you're just getting starting with your career or you're just looking to level up your game, I got some tips, tutorials, insights that will help you streamline your workforce and get the best out of it. So let's dive right in. Since I'm new to YouTube, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel. Your support will motivate me to keep uploading some content-rich videos that are helpful for the community. Since you're watching this video, you already know that today's topic is all about Databricks Asset Bundles. For those who aren't familiar with Databricks, well, it's a platform where we work with data, machine learning models, and more. So what you see on the screen right now is my blog. Yeah, that's right. I'm also part-time blogger on Medium. I've written many articles, including Databricks Asset Bundles, MLOps, DevOps, and DataOps. But today we're just focusing on how to use Databricks Asset Bundles locally in your systems. I will attach the link to my blog in the description, so feel free to read it out. Thank you. Let's get back to Databricks Asset Bundles, or DAB for short. This latest offering from Databricks has been making waves across the internet, and for a good reason. DAB, you can perform the usual notebook syncing, but it goes beyond that. You can define your Databricks jobs in YAML format and upload and use them. It also offers machine learning stack for integration with the feature store, or even you can define your own training and inference workflows, etc. And even it also allows you to define your own DApp templates. What's really interesting is that if you have, let's say, multiple environments, which includes dev, prod, and QA, you just have to create one single DAB and it can be deployed to all the environments. Well, to be honest, DAB offers even more that I can cover in this single video. So let's go through the steps that is required to configure DAB in your local. The first thing is to make sure that we do have Databricks CLI in your local. You can visit the official documentation of the Databricks to install the CLI in your local systems according to your operating systems. The next thing would be then you have to make sure that the CLI which you install is greater than 0.205 in their version numbers. This is to make sure that it supports the DAB deployments. You can configure your Databricks workspaces in your local. For that you need to run the command Databricks configure.
To get the Databricks host, you need to go back to the browser where you have opened the Databricks. Copy the URL on the top from the search bar, and you can paste it in the terminal where you have ran the Databricks config command. So once you have configured the Databricks host, then it would be asking for the Databricks personal access token, which you can get it by going to the profile, click on the settings. The settings, you need to go to the developer options. The developer option, you can find and manage section for access token. You can create a new pad token if you haven't done it before. So generate a new token, give it some random name, give the lifetime as however it's required. I'm going to give it expiry of 1 day. Copy the token as it would be just available to be seen for the first time, and paste it in the CLI. So right now our Databricks has been configured in the local. Okay, next step is to create a bundle project. For this we will be running the command Databricks bundle in it. So as soon as you run the command, you would be getting the following options. We have an option to create a MLOps stack templates, or we can also create a custom template. The one which we would be using for this tutorial will be the default Python. So let's just copy this command and then hit it in the terminal. So as soon as I hit it, I get a pop-up saying that the name that's required for the DAB project. I'll be giving DAB_project. Let me just type it properly. So do I need a DABs folder? Yes. Let me give no for that. Yeah, so the DAB has been initialized for you. On the left you can see a folder that has been created automatically by the DAB. If you go to the databricks.yaml file, this is the most important file in a Databricks asset bundle. You can see the DAB bundle name as a DAB_project there. You can see a section where we can include those files as a part of DAB. Then you can see the target section where it mentions dev and prod. This is nothing but the environment specific deployments that you have to do as part of DAB. So the dev, you can configure all your development environment based settings. So you can keep the mod as development. You can change the host if it is required. And for the prod, you also have the similar option. For the prod, the mode would be production. The host, yeah, maybe you can keep the same Databricks URL, or if you have any other workspaces, you can keep that as well. So once this is done, then you can go to the resource folder. This is where your Databricks jobs or Databricks workflows are defined in the YAML format. So you can define the job name, you can define the schedule that is required for the Databricks job, you can have email notifications as well. Then you can choose the task that is included as part of the Databricks job. So I'm running a notebook, a simple basic notebook task as part of this job. You can also define the cluster configuration in this file itself that would be used by the Databricks jobs. Okay, then you have the scratch folder. Then another important folder would be the src, where we store the notebooks. So here, this is the default notebook that has been created. Let me just modify it and put a simple print statement so that I can show you how it works. So once that is done, then let's see, then you need to go to the let's go to the blog. Okay, the next step would be validating the asset bundles. So make sure that you are inside the Databricks Asset Bundles project. So the reason is this validate commands or this deploy or run commands will be applicable if you are inside the DAP projects. So once you run the Databricks bundle validate, it takes some time to validate all those syntax, all those linting and everything. Let's wait for a bit. So we can see that the validation has been successful. It gives all the details of the target we are going to deploy and everything. On the left, you can see a folder that has been created by name .databricks. It contains some subfolders, but the main one would be the Terraform, where it maintains state of each environment specific deployments that you perform on the remote Databricks workspaces. Well, we can go to the workspace folder in the Databricks. Inside the workspace, we can now see a .bundle folder that has been created automatically. Go inside your project or go inside your environment, that is dev. For now, you won't be able to see any files right now until you run the command Databricks deploy. Now let's copy the command Databricks bundle deploy -tdev. This is to make sure that our deployment is done in the dev environment. Basically, it deploys to the URL you have mentioned in the dev section of the database.yaml file. So it's taking some time to deploy the resources you have defined as a part of DAB. So we have mentioned the notebooks and the workflows, so it gets deployed to the remote Databricks workspaces. So our deployment has been completed. If you want, you can see the bundle.tf JSON file to see the things that has been deployed. However, this is not of much importance as of now. This is just to highlight what are the importance of these folders. So let's go back to the Databricks workspace. Let's go back again to the bundle project. Let's go to the dev environment. Here you can see there has been a few changes. We can see all the notebook folders that has been created. Then you can also see the resource folder has also been created. Now the next thing we would want to check is that the workflow which we have mentioned as a part of job file inside the resource, has it been created? Let's check that. Yeah, if you can see here on the screen, we can see a Databricks workflow has been created with the name dab_project_job. We can also see an additional name that has been added within the square bracket. This is because we have kept the mode as development under the target section of the Databricks YAML file. If we change to the production, the square brackets would be disappeared. On the right, we can see the configurations which we have defined in the YAML files. We can also see the schedules. For now, let's make the schedule as manual. Let's comment the schedule part and validate and deploy the DAB. It would take some time to deploy. After deploying, go back to your ADB workspace refresh it, you would be not able to see the schedule right now. Yeah, that is good. We did this because we are going to manually trigger our job. In the task section, you can see the task we have defined as part of this workflow. It just basically now just runs one single notebook. Now let's run this workflow. For that, we can copy and paste the command Databricks bundle run along with the workflow name. As soon as you hit in the terminal, it will be triggering the workflow which is in the Databricks workspace right now. You can go back to the workspace and check the status of the job. Yeah, as you can see, it's provisioning a job cluster, so basically it would take some time since it is a job cluster. So this is how you can run Databricks jobs. Now let's use the command Databricks bundle destroy to destroy all the Databricks Asset Bundles components that we have deployed to the Databricks. So in our case, it would be the notebooks as well as the Databricks jobs. So it's asking for the confirmation. Let's confirm its deletion, and yeah, we are good to go now. You can go back to the Databricks workspace and verify the same. As you can see, there is no files that is under the bundle folder, and we can also see no workflows right now in the Databricks workspaces. So this is how you create a Databricks asset bundles, deploy the components. In our case, it was notebooks and Databricks workflows, then destroy it. So in this blog, I have also shown a way how we can deploy the Databricks asset bundles using the GitHub Action CI/CD to two different environments, dev and production environments, and these two are having their own Databricks workspaces as well. Thank you for watching this video tutorial on how to get started with Databricks Asset Bundles. Please do subscribe to the channel to get notified of the latest videos which I upload. Thank you and have a great day.